Welcome to this edition of Research Connection. Joining me today is Leigh, Dr. Tara Harrison, and Dr. Brigid Troan. Thank you for joining me. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Again, my name is Leigh. I'm actually a 2010 graduate of NC State CVM, and I am basically Tara's research assistant. I help her with curating her database in neoplasia and exotic animals, wildlife, non-domestic species.
Great. I'm Tara Harrison, and I am an assistant professor in the exotics and also within the zoo group, and work with the clinics there, and then work in the lab here.
And I'm Brigid Troan. I'm the anatomic pathologist. I do the diagnostic work for the North Carolina Zoo. I also do a lot of the opinions and checking the cases of exotics that we have come through here. And then I got involved in this project as sort of writing herd over the nomenclature, which is kind of a mess in the exotic world, and putting it in a form that we can actually do statistics on.
Neat. Yeah, tell us a little bit about the project.
So the overall project started as a collaboration with Arizona State, UC Santa Barbara, and the Huntsman Institute out in Utah. And we've all joined together on an NIH grant, which then pulled in all of us. And we are the veterinary component for this grant to look at cancer across species and primarily in non-domestic animals. So we are focusing on what's the prevalence of cancer in these animals. Is there any trend with certain species as to which ones get more or less? And then we are also very interested in what treatments are being done and what their survival is from that. And then Dr. Troan's been helping us a lot with the pathology and trying to get this organized.
Yeah, because there's we all sort of work in our own little niches sometimes, and a lot of these papers are like one-off cases, and they're not very well described, or everybody literally makes up a name to call it. So I can go through the paper and go, okay, this is what, 5 people are describing the exact same thing, we're going to call it this. So we can call it one tumor, decide whether it's benign, malignant, and it's fun for me because I know what tumors we see at the North Carolina Zoo and the collections in North Carolina, but this has given me a chance to really see what people at other institutions are seeing. Do they see the same sort of pattern of metastasis in snakes that I'm seeing? And the answer is yes, but that's cool because it's not like something we're doing. And it gives us an insight into these animals as a species and a group instead of just single little one-off studies.
Right.
Because we're actually doing 2 databases. We have a database we're actually looking at, and we're trying to collect records from around the country and the world, from non-domestic species, from zoos and private practices. But the second database, we're actually looking at previously published literature in non-domestic species, and we've already actually looked at avian species, non-domestic canids, non-domestic felids, amphibians, turtles and tortoises, and what else?
Vertebrates,
Yes,
lizards.
one-toed ungulates. I mean, we're covering our bases, and that's also why Dr. Troan has been invaluable in this process. So,
And we are becoming a source for zoos and exotic animal veterinarians as they're diagnosing these cases. We're able to help them with pathology, with recommended treatments, and what are the odds of survival for those animals.
the ultimate goal is to make the databases accessible for clinicians.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Thanks.